Hey everybody, it's Gamer Gramps here. Today we are playing a religious science game with the Greeks. We are on Deity difficulty as always, but we do take things a little bit slower here and go through things step by step so that newer players can follow along and hopefully learn a lot of the tips and techniques that we're using on Deity and then bring it back to your own game on whatever difficulty level you play so that it'll be that much more powerful when you try it out for yourself. So if that sounds like it might help you out or you'd enjoy watching it, then definitely stick around. If you want to get good at Civ 6, subscribe and hit the bell to keep up with this channel. We're heading into the classical era. We have earned ourselves a golden age a long time ago. It was very easy for us in this particular playthrough. So now, before I forget, I'm going to actually get out of here before we choose our dedication. I'm going to go activate my scouts because I always have a horrible habit of remembering to stop them from exploring to save era score, but I always I'm notoriously bad for forgetting to wake them back up. So there we go. They're all woken up and ready to rock and roll, and I won't forget about it. So now we'll continue on here. We're headed into a golden age in the classical era, and we are going to be taking the monumentality golden age here. So we're going to be getting +2 movement for all builders, and it also allows us to purchase civilian units with faith. Plus, builders and settlers are 30% cheaper to purchase with 30% cheaper to purchase with both faith and gold, which really comes in handy. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that 100%, and we have a whole bunch of faith that we've been building up, and we are going to be spending it very shortly to buy a settler. So speaking of which, now that we can actually buy units with faith, let's take a look and see what it's going to run us. So 235 faith, so it looks like next turn we'll be able to knock that settler out real quick. So now, anyways, now that we got that taken care of, what we have to do, or what we're going to do, what we should do, is we're going to come take a look at the great people. Remember that I said we have to be careful with our religion because of golden ages. And while we are taking monumentality because it's the best golden age for us, we can't control what the computer takes. And so what we want to do is immediately go into the great people section, and we're going to check the we're going to check for the great prophets here again. So previously recruited, there's only been one prophet is gone. So let's take a look at the great people, and what you do is you look at their score here, and they're still +2 behind us, so we're okay. It would be because if they take the golden age dedication for Exodus of the Evangelist, they get +4 great prophet points per turn. So we want to make sure that we didn't get blindsided there and miss out on that. So speaking of which, we are 13 turns away roughly from that, but it'll be even shorter because we are running holy site prayers in our capital while we wait for our capital to grow to 4 population so we can get our government plaza down on the ground. In the meantime, let's just get going here, shall we? So we'll continue looking towards the inside of the continent here. All right, we found Brussels, so nice. Brussels is actually very good. Excuse me. Brussels is actually very good for helping us get wonders out too. What we'll do though is we will not try and take them immediately, like the suzerainship of them, because we don't really care about it that much. Like, it's not that good to get +15% production towards wonder compared to, like, say, for instance, keeping Mohendero ours, or getting Bologna up in order to get our science income up. And especially, we really want to look out for a religious city-state, so hopefully we do come across one fairly shortly. If we do, that would be splendid, because for us right now, it's more important to get faith up so that we can buy more builders and we can buy more settlers, because there's a very limited time that we can do that, because you can only get the monumentality golden age dedication that we're choosing in the classical age, the medieval age, and the Renaissance age, and then it's gone for good from the game. So we need to make sure that we're basically milking it for every single thing we can get out of it, and that's why at this point in the game it is a lot more important to get that faith going, especially too because you got to consider, right, we're prioritizing holy sites early for that reason, to get our faith up. So we have a whole lot of them. We don't even have a campus, let alone a library. So the only thing Bologna would get us would be the extra great people points, but we don't have any great people to get. So, like, literally, it would do us no good whatsoever right now to become their suzerain, other than the diplomatic favor per turn that we would earn. Hey everybody, Gamer Grams here. I'm quickly interrupting just to say that if you're enjoying the video, please do me a favor and leave a like on it if you haven't already. It does really go a long way towards helping the channel get discovered, and clearly, you know it by now, I'm special. I need all the help I can get, right? So, fingers crossed we do come across a religious city-state. That would be the wet dream. Other than that, we're going to continue on. We wouldn't mind some other science. Like, Bologna is good once we get later in the game and have a lot of libraries up. So then, like, that extra great person point is actually very powerful, right? Like, if you have 10 libraries, that's 10 great scientist points per turn just for being their suzerain. It's just right now, it's not very important. So, getting back to Brussels, though, what I will do is we are going to save, we will try to get them, as long as nobody takes them and, like, puts a whole bunch of envoys in them, we will try to time it out so that we will take suzerainship of them when we go to chop out the Kilwa Kisawani wonder, because that's the first wonder we're going to be building out of the medieval era that has a lot, like, a high production cost to it. So we will try to take advantage of that, and we'll see. Hopefully it'll play out, but time will tell. In the meantime, all right, so we had the one scout coming up along the northern shore, and then the other scout is coming down along the southern coast. Yeah, so we'll kind of, with this one, we'll sort of go a little bit up towards Cathokia, down towards here. We'll basically go slow but steady and hopefully get rid of this whole fog in the middle, and then our scout here, Slinger. We should be able to kill this Slinger next turn. We should be able to tank a shot and finish them off, I think. We'll at least be able to tank the shot and run away. Obviously, I got a little bit excited there. That'll be fine. Alright, so here we are going to patiently, or not so patiently, wait. Meanwhile, I think we can buy that. Right? Hold on one second. Yeah, we can buy the settler. It's 235. So we're not going to buy it in Argos because we want them to have as much population as possible so that we can get the pyramids done as quickly as we can. And remember, we did chop out that granary before we started the holy site here in Mycenae. So we will go ahead and purchase it here. And it's not that much farther. Meanwhile, that did put a dent in their loyalty because their population went down, and the American city is there. But that's fine because we have Pingala. We'll go ahead and put him in here temporarily to give them a hand. And it won't take very long before their population is built up, and you can see they'll be on their way to full loyalty in no time. Yeah, so you're going there, and then the settler is... I guess we'll walk the settler out because their movement will get screwed up. Anytime this builder goes on a tile that they want to walk on, it'll screw up their pathing, so we'll just do it manually. Here, though, we are going to go ahead and put this gentle builder to sleep temporarily. We still have to buy the tile for the pyramid, and... You know what? Since we've been trading money with Teddy here fairly well. We're not giving him open borders still, but between our horses and the diplomatic favor, Teddy's been pretty good to us, giving us cash steady. So I think I'm going to change my plan a little bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to move the pyramids. We'll buy an extra tile, and instead of putting the pyramids here, we'll put the pyramids here, because the city can still reach it. Like, it's 3 tiles out. However, we'll build the pyramids. Where is the pyramids? I'm blind. Blah, blah, blind. There they are. We'll build them here. However, then this city, once we eventually get to 4 population, we'll go ahead and grab them. Oh, actually, I'd want to get them a harbor. Well, there you go. If they ever get to 7 population, we'll get them an Acropolis, because I'll probably prioritize the Acropolis for the culture instead of the trade route from the harbor. But we'll go ahead and slot that in there. But yeah, so that way it'll be a lot more powerful, because it does this city absolutely no good, because we're playing as Greece and we can't build a theater square. We have our special unique theater square, the Acropolis, which has to be built on a hill. So there's no way that we can, there's no hill for us to put it on if we were to build it in any of the 3 tiles here. So this way, at least we can get a little bit of benefit from the adjacency. So we'll go ahead and do that. I think it's definitely worth it to spend the extra tiny little bit of money. Speaking of the tiny little bit of money, let's go ahead and... If you've learned a lot from my videos, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. There's 3 different choices that you can choose from, all for different prices. But for as little as $5 a month, you can help to make this channel successful and ensure that we continue to put out videos that you enjoy. I guess purchase this one, just because I don't really care about these tiles. I'm not really in a rush to get to them. So we'll go there and we'll go there. So we have it actually secured, and now we just have to spend the next turn or 2 being able to save up, and we'll be able to purchase the tiles we're going to chop it with. Alright, so meanwhile here... Ooh. Gilgabro. Buddy, I love you. Alright, so in case you're not aware, Gilgabro, or well, Gilgamesh, I call him Gilgabro because I love him. He has an agenda where he will automatically declare friendship with you the first turn you meet him. 100% of the time, he will never reject you. He's always there in your time of need, which is great, because then you don't have to spend the 25 gold to send him, or not open border, sorry, the 25 gold to send him a delegation, or you don't have to pay for open borders to improve your relationship, because he'll give you open borders. He'll actually pay for your open borders, and he'll only charge you 1 gold for his. So see, that is definitely what we like to see. He's doesn't have too much money, though. We are going to consider selling our relic here fairly shortly, actually, because pretty soon, once a couple more of our holy sites get up, like probably at the end of this era, we'll sell it, because we'll have enough holy sites and shrines and temples and all that'll start to come online, and we'll have enough of an intrinsic faith output, especially when we get to scripture too, the policy card. We really won't have a need to keep the relic, because tourism is irrelevant to us. We're looking to leave this fucking planet, not be the coolest civilization on it. Meanwhile, that was that. We took Teddy's turn, his money this turn, right? Yeah, no, yeah, never mind. Okay, so we got that. What did I see here? We met Gilgamesh, and yeah. Alright, so let's just keep on trucking. I know. You're a good friend and ally too, Gilgamesh. Alright, so we tanked their shot. Now we're going to kindly get the fuck out of dodge, and we'll let our scout heal up. Here we have to wait to get across that river again. Let's move up a little bit here and see what's going on. Okay, perfect. So we got this city. You know what? Hold on one second. Before I settle this city... Okay, even if they were to come up and settle here... One second. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Worst case scenario, we can settle this city no matter what. Because they can't settle the city in here. It's too close to Washington. So, actually, instead of settling this city right away, I'm going to run out and settle this city here. Even though it's not going to be as good of a city. Hold on. Let's check the loyalty. Yeah, -4 is nothing to worry about. So, even though it's not going to be as good of a city to settle in general, it will at least make sure that we get this city before they fuck it up by sending some stupid settler up here. And then also, it'll get the city a chance to start growing. and then which will help with the loyalty over here. So hopefully we can grab this city too, and then if we get really crazy, even cities over here. But we got to walk before we run. So I think that the first logical step is to do this before the Americans screw it up for us, because like I said, we have that city safe and protected. They can't screw it up as long as we drop this city in time. All right. Meanwhile, so Teddy's pissy with us. Is it because of those barbarians? Yeah, so the -6 is because of the barbarian camp is still by us, so that's okay. We're going to get towards archery pretty soon here. Actually, speaking of which, we'll take a look after writing and go from there. Alright, so let's go ahead and trade him diplomatic favor again. And our horses, they'll always... Excuse me. Sorry, I just had cabbage rolls. They will always trade you for strategics as long as they're under 40. 40 is the cap for basically all of them, except for then when you start getting into coal and when you start getting into oil and whatever. Coal specifically, I know for sure, but I think oil too. Then it's 20. That they will trade you unlimited amounts up until 20, and then they start being stingy. But so in the meantime, we can definitely get rid of that. So let's try and get as much as we possibly can for it, because why not? 45, that's not too shabby at all. What does that put us at? 104. How much is it? 65 bucks. So we're going to expand there in 5 turns anyways, or we're supposed to. So we'll grab this one first, then we'll grab that one next, and then hopefully we won't have to pay for the stone. But in the meantime, where'd that... Yeah, the builder's here, so you can actually go there. And then now that he's in... I put Corvée in before, right? Yeah, okay, good. Good, Tyler, you didn't screw it up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and now we're going to drop the pyramids. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to chop. And then now that we chop, we're going to rotate back into the holy site. So we're going to put the city... We're going to put the city's production into the holy site, not into the pyramids. Meanwhile, writing is taken care of. So now let's have a look here. So we do want to get towards bronze working, actually, pretty much fairly quickly. Yeah, let's start heading there now. Meanwhile, here we're 7 turns away. Or actually, you know what? No, I want to get towards archery. I want to get towards archery first so that we can upgrade. Where's that fucking slinger? Okay, he's over here. Yeah, forget that city. You are going to come to right there. We want... Oh, wait, shit. You'll need to get upgraded first. So, hold on. Hold on. Where are you? Okay, so you come here first. Or wait, there first, because we'll own that tile by the time you get there. So we're going to come down there. We're going to upgrade him to archer. And then we're going to send him... Ah, see, I fucking told you. I knew it. I knew just having... They would have already had an army at our doorstep, because this was the original camp that was at the very start of the game. The first barbarian scout we saw was from that camp. They would have already had tons of fucking tons of warriors and slingers and shit coming after us if it wasn't for them spawning ships. So that's what they've been doing. I bet you there's a whole bunch of these fuckers just swarming off the coast that we can't really see right now. And so that's why, remember before how I was like, oh, this is like a death tile, because they can only hit you from 1 tile away, and conveniently there's 2 tiles where they can reach you there. So what we'll do is we're gonna use the archer. Okay, you're going here. Yeah. Okay, so now that the settler's there, there's no way America can fuck up our city. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our warrior and get him to head over there too, and that way I will gladly sacrifice this warrior if that's what it comes down to. We'll use the archer on this hill here, and we're going to pop off and kill the spearman with the archer. And then if it comes down to it, I'll just move the archer out of the way, move the warrior in, and we'll sacrifice him. Because he'll definitely be able to, like, he's upgraded once already, so he'll definitely be able to tank at least 2 shots from quadremes if there's 2 of them there. So then we'll just sacrifice him to clear the barbarian camp and call it a day. And yeah. So in the meantime now... Oh, can we buy this? Is there anything we can trade? No, we traded everything to you, didn't we? Yeah, it's way too early to be trading that. Did I give open borders to everybody yet? Yeah. Oh, I'd have to pay for Didn't I pay for yours? Oh, I didn't. So whatever. We'll pay for it now to improve our relationship. I would like to declare friendship with him. Well, I probably... Oh, yeah, okay, good. He rejected me. I was going to say, I probably should have tried to declare that friendship before I paid for the open borders. But oh well. Alright, so in the meantime here, let's just peek up and see. We'll get rid of the clouds. And then we'll head back down towards the south here. Meanwhile, our scout will just sit by and stay on alert for now. You can skip turn. And here, let's just keep going across. We'll just follow the top of the continent. Alright, so their pathing got screwed up because the Mohendero moved their warrior there. Alright, so he's happy that we killed the barbarian. Oh, they must have killed the camp down here. Ah, New York, you... Well, at least he has good taste. And we can still get our city in there, so that's fine. And then, you know what? Like, if we end up getting this city and then this city as well, like if we do get both of these ones, because we're going to be in a golden age basically for the next 2 ages. Like, we'll get a golden age here easily. Like, just trust me, because like I know what I'm doing, and it's once you practice this strategy, it's easy to chain. Your first 2 are like basically guaranteed. Well, I wouldn't go as far as saying guaranteed, but the second one is basically guaranteed. The first one, it's most likely, like probably you're going to get a golden age, but basically we're guaranteed a golden age in the medieval era. It's hard to not get one. Like, you basically have to go out of your way to not get it if you know what you're doing and have a plan ahead of time and prepare. So in the meantime, now let's go ahead and trade with Teddy, and we'll give him that and the horsies. Oops. Ugh, only 23, alright. So next turn we'll be able to buy that tile, but in the meantime... Oh yeah, I guess we can't chop... Okay, so then in the meantime, hold on. You go there. And you go there. Because we can't chop until next turn anyways, because we can't buy it. So it'll work out fine. And then this guy still has a charge. So we'll chop the stone, which should finish the pyramids for us. Or pretty well do it anyway. Okay, so we can cross the river now. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's continue on here in the meantime. Yeah, you just skip till next turn. Meanwhile, I suppose, just because I'm a little bit OCD maybe, in the meantime, then we'll head back down there. So our scout is healing up, doing his thing. Ooh, barbarians. Alright, I'll risk it. We'll head into the woods, that's fine. We can take a shot from a warrior and survive. Good old Gilgabro's looking out for us. Look at him go. Alright, so nice. We finished that trade route, so this is awesome now. Remember, this is why I want to get that trader early. This is why. So now we got the envoy to Mohendero, where there's suzerain, right? That's taken care of. We're getting fresh water. Excuse me, those fucking cabbage rolls. Jesus. We're getting fresh water wherever we settle, which allows us to settle, say, for instance, this city here, which otherwise would be a very bad idea, if you ask me. However, that's all taken care of, but now we finish the trade route, so now we can actually use this more effectively, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually send the route to Washington, which is going to, we're going to send it there. And now this is going to help us improve our relationship with Teddy here, because remember, we're trying to have a peaceful game. We're trying to not fight. Like, we don't want to. We want to just like buckle down, hammer hard, and get the fuck off of the planet, right? So if we can avoid a war, that is the best way to do it, because it's the most efficient way to do it. So we got the boost for clearing barbarians. We sent them a delegation, and it hasn't shown up yet because we just sent the trade route now. But next turn we'll have another positive 3 influence on our relationship, and we'll start being able to get closer to declaring friendship with Teddy. So meanwhile, let's try to declare friendship with him, and that's fine. Our relationship isn't quite there yet, but it doesn't hurt to ask. All right, in the meantime here, what we are going to be doing, I'm going to take a minute here. I'm going to edit it out, and I'm going to look to plan our district adjacencies and try and figure out something that works really well. All right, so things have changed quite a bit here. I've been busy. I'll get out of that view there. Sorry, I know it's hard on the eyes a little bit. I find this view so much easier when I'm planning districts. It's just, for me, being able to easily identify hills and stuff like that, I just find it so much easier. If you don't know, you can toggle this map view. If you're on console, I believe you can still reach it by right here. It's toggle strategy view. You can do it that way, but if you're playing the computer, you can just hit the equal the equal button on your keyboard right beside your backspace, and it does it. So it's nice and handy to switch back and forth there. Sorry if that hurt the eyes. Me give you somebody epilepsy or epileptic seizure or something. All right, so I've been busy, completely changed the way we had things figured out here. If you remember, we had been planning on, actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about changing it again. Because why not get 2? Yeah, I can't believe I almost missed this. Turn this into a fucking industrial zone. Hold on, wait. How many? Do they have enough hills? Yeah, they have hills they can work. It won't be a crazy one, but yeah, that's definitely worthwhile. I almost screwed that up. That would take care of all these cities here, and then these cities would just have to deal with themselves. And they could build theirs over there. Yeah, why not? I usually only build three of these in. I don't, particularly myself, I don't think industrial zones are that helpful. However, it does help speed up the process in science games, because there's a whole bunch of eurekas, well, not a whole bunch, but a handful of eurekas and inspirations that they can help get you. Not to mention, they also help get you great engineers, which allow you to build wonders faster. And we want to specifically target the great engineers. The first 2 for sure, the 215 production guy and the 315 production guy. And then we're also going to plan on building the mausoleum of Holly Canarsis in order to get even more value out of our great engineers. But we'll figure that out at a later point, but not too much later. It'll probably be over here. So meanwhile, I'll go over the changes that we made here. Okay, so we just settled Sparta. Now, they're never going to have a great, amazing holy site. Like, there's not a good location, because we're going to be chopping so much stuff, so it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do here is we're going to get them a builder. We'll probably buy it with faith, and we're going to chop this. We're going to get them to start with a campus, because we want to get 2 campuses online fairly quickly, so that we can get the boost for recorded history. It's way down here, build 2 campus districts, so we want to get that going fairly quickly. And then that's going to help us get an extra, not only does it allow us to get to natural philosophy, which helps boost our science, but it also helps us get another governor promotion really quickly, which we can throw into Pingala to help boost our science as well. Okay, so in the meantime, though, they have to get a builder. Since we're going to be buying the builder, it doesn't make sense at all to build one here, since we have the faith income to do it. So we're going to immediately start them on a monument, because we want to increase our culture. We'll be chopping out districts, so I'm not worried about getting a granary here. So yeah, so that's what Sparta's going to do. That's what the plan we got for them. Now, nothing's changed in Argos. Basically, nothing changed in Mycenae, or not much. We just basically, all we did was shift. We had originally planned to have their aqueduct here, but we're just moving it down one. It's still going to boost that, boost the industrial zone. Here is where the big changes came. So I went around, and first things first, I went around and counted all the hills. And so this, Athens has 10 hills that's going to be available to it. So what I did is I changed the priorities. We got rid of, basically, because this used to be a holy site that was going to be this city's holy site right here. However, I want to save more more hills rather. So what I did was get rid of that. This city will now build their holy site here. I forgot to tag it. We'll build their holy site there, and then this will be Athens campus. And so that way, because this is where we were planning to put the campus before. Now it won't be. And why I have these little "Don't touch me" signs on is because you want, whatever city you choose to build your government plaza in, you want to save 2 chops. So either 2 forests or 2 stones, or 1 forest and 1 stone, whatever. Just 2 chops, because you want to be able to instantly chop out your royal society. It's the 3rd tier building in your government plaza that you unlock when you get to democracy. You want to instantly be able to chop it out on the turn you discover democracy, because it allows you to sacrifice builders to enhance your space projects and get them done faster. So by saving those 2 tiles, as long as you have Magnus in this city on the turn you get democracy, you can literally chop out royal society like that. So that is good, and that's why we're going to not touch those ones. And then on top of that too, they have production. They're not too shabby at all. Plus this is going to save us some culture by destroying that. So all in all, I think in the long run it will work out fairly well. In the meantime, we do have those holy site prayers. See, okay, I got scared for a second there. Teddy got another scientist. That's fine. So Sumeria's only the 2nd religion, so that's fine. We're the 4th at the moment. Again, we just have to stay ahead of. I guess there isn't. So hold on. Sumeria's the 2nd. Met player ahead of us is the 3rd, and we're the 4th. Yeah. So we're safe to get a religion. We should actually leapfrog the unmet player ahead of us. We should leapfrog them when we finish this holy site prayers, and we'll probably get the 3rd religion, I would guess. But either way, we'll get the 4th religion 100% sure now. So after these holy site prayers, we'll go onward and start doing other things that are more valuable, like say getting our government plaza would probably be a good idea. All right. So yeah, so basically I shifted things around in order to preserve more hills, and so that we can build mines on, because what we're going to do is we're going to build the Ruhr Valley here eventually. And we're not going to save chops for it or anything like that. We will get the Ruhr Valley with great engineer points. So that will give us a big production boost. And then what we'll do is we'll end up getting our spaceport in Athens. So what we will do is we're not going to get rid of this tile at all. This is going to be our spaceport tile for way later in the game. And so just to give you a hint, okay, if you can do it, you can't always do it depending on the location. However, what you want to do is, first of all, you're going to pick your highest production city for your first spaceport that you're going to buy. Okay, so you have to figure that out ahead of time, obviously, and plan it, right? But then, so if it does work out, you always want to try to get your spaceport to be, excuse me, fuck those cabbage rolls, holy. You always want to get your spaceport to be immediately beside your city, because there is a spy. Because basically, the computers will try and ruin your stuff, right? So you need to have 2 spies. You need one to protect your spaceport, and you need one to protect your city itself, because they'll try to blow up your rocketry, but they'll also try to neutralize your governor. And so they can knock out, say, Pingala when he's in there, right? He gives you plus 30% production towards your space race project. So by them if you're only protecting the spaceport, they can neutralize your governor and still slow you down by 30%. So you want to defend both of them. However, there is a promotion if you end up getting lucky and get a spy promoted properly beforehand. There's a promotion where a spy will be able to defend, like, counter spy all of your districts in a city, which is awesome. But then there's an even, like, that same promotion has a bonus that if the two districts are immediately adjacent to each other, it's even more powerful. It has a +1 level on top of that. So that's why if you can manage to squeak it in, always try and get a spaceport immediately beside your city. But yeah, let us continue on. And so this should work out fairly well, I think, and I'm pretty comfortable we're going to do it. So, but that does change things a little bit, though, because what we need to do in order to make this work, because this is going to be our government plaza, right? But this is also going to be our campus. So we need to get this campus settled before we settle this city. So we're going to settle this city next. Oh, wait. No, sorry. Wrong way. We'll have to buy tiles around this way, but we are going to delay settling this city because this city needs to get their holy site down first. Otherwise, they won't be able to put it down there. And I don't want to have to put it over here near the volcanoes, because you never know when they're going to become active. And if I can avoid it, I will, because it's a pain in the ass. Like when you're like right in the hum of things, and then all of a sudden a volcano goes off, and now you're like 6 turns out. Especially if it happens in the very late game, like right when you think you're going to get that victory, and then it just, ugh. Yeah, so if I can avoid settling my districts next to volcanoes, I always try to do that. I've learned the hard way, unfortunately. Anyways, so let us continue moving forward here. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the time here, and I'm going to go ahead and plan our cities for over here. But what I'll do is I'll do that off screen, and we'll come back in the next video, and I'll go ahead and show you everything that I've got planned for us and how we're going to go about doing things. But in the meantime, I don't know how experienced you are at the game of Civilization 6, but if you're new to intermediate level, I have a whole series of tip videos actually where I have 5 quick tips in each video. There's timestamps pinned in the comment section where you can jump to the ones that you're interested in if you don't want to watch the whole video, but I'll put a link to it in the top right hand corner so you can go check that out if you think it would help you. And other than that, though, I am going to put a cut in the video here, so thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do me a favor, leave a like on the video. I mean, it really, really does go a long way towards helping a small channel like me get discovered. And better yet, leave a comment in this comment section below, too. Ask me any questions you might have about Civilization 6 or other things. Call me an asshole. How do you think the game is going? What would you have done differently? Do you like the plan that I have figured out here for us? So if you like it, do you think I'm actually going to be able to pull this off? And let me know. Yeah. So sound off in the comments below whether you actually, you know what? Yeah, sound off in the comments below whether you think I'm going to be able to pull this off. What I'll do right now is just real quickly, I'll hit F12. I'll take a screenshot. And so let me know whether you think I'll be able to make this all work and or not. And then I'll pull this screenshot up later in the game, and we'll see if I was actually successful in making this exactly work out. But anyway, I've rambled enough for this video at least, so I'm just going to shut up, and I'll see you in the next one.